Yo, I'm afraid of starting my insomnia journey over. On February 12th, I said to myself, I just started this insomnia journey. And I said to myself that, dude, after 6 weeks, you'll have your insomnia fixed. So after 6 weeks of doing these techniques, nothing has changed. Nothing. Okay, but I'm like, alright, it will take longer. But weeks go by, and we arrive to the present moment, and nothing has changed. Nothing. My insomnia isn't even a little bit better. I still have my sleep messed up the way that I used to. So a few days ago, I'm on a playground with my girlfriend, and she asks me, Bart, alright, so your insomnia is not getting any better. So why don't you take some sleeping pills? I'm like, no, I don't want to take sleeping pills. I'm not into that shit and they don't work anyways. So it's like, alright, it's fine. So why don't you just restart your insomnia journey? Why don't you just restart the techniques and start over? And in that moment, my heart stopped. In that moment, I think to myself, like, all the memories came back. All the pain and the exhaustion that was taken out of me because of doing these techniques. So I take a while, I got suddenly very quiet. And because I know that she is right. I want to have I'm trying to come up with the reasons not to do that, but I know that this is the only way. I know that I just have to restart my insomnia journey. But I know that this is gonna be fucking painful. So after a while of just being silent, I say to her that, yeah, she's right. She is right. I have to start my insomnia journey over. Because I've been trying it for, I think, 15 weeks now. Or 16. But nothing has changed. My insomnia is fucked up the way that it used to be. I'm walking so fucking tired every day. Even though I've been doing these techniques. Maybe not perfect, but I've been doing these techniques. And this still just doesn't work out and just tires me out. So I was just so afraid of starting this insomnia journey over. Because I know that now this is gonna be taken seriously. Now you're gonna have to take these techniques very seriously. Because if you fail again, like, you're just fucked up. 2 nights ago, I woke up in the middle of the night. And I couldn't go back to sleep. And one of the techniques in the insomnia and fixing insomnia is that if you lay for more than 15-20 minutes in bed, you just have to stand up and do something until you feel that you could fall asleep again. So I lay in this bed. It's in the middle of the night. And it gets to around 20 minutes. And I'm like, fuck, like, I want to sleep. I don't want to get out. I don't. This is so exhaustive. This is just gonna fuck me up. I'm just gonna be so tired tomorrow. But despite that, I just stand up and sit in this chair. My brother is in the other room. There's like a cardboard wall. I'm not from the US, but I've seen that the US walls are just made out of cardboard. And these walls are made out of it as well. So like, you can hear every little fucking sound. Every little sound is heard. Like, I can't walk even 5 fucking meters without making a very loud sound in his room. So I sit there, I want to read some book, so I take this book, I flip the page, and it makes such a loud noise that I know my brother could hear, and that could wake him up. So I just sit here and don't really have anything to do. Because any fucking sound is gonna wake him up. I can't turn any lights because our doors have these windows, these little gaps, you could say. And it would just wake him up. It would be bright in his room. So I can't even turn any light to read. So this was just so bad. And on that playground, when she was telling me that you should start your insomnia journey over, I had this in mind. I knew that I would have to do this shit. I knew that sometime in the future I'm gonna have to wake up at night and stand up voluntarily because I can't fucking go back to sleep. It just made me so angry, and I sat there for, I don't know, like half an hour or an hour. It was just so long. That's why I feared this. Because I knew that it would be so fucking uncomfortable and I would feel so fucking exhausted. We love to just be in our comfort zone and minimize pain. But self-improvement is absolutely opposite to that. Self-improvement is doing shit we don't fucking like in hopes of getting better. Like, of course, it would be nice if we were all motivated to do everything, if we always wanted to work out, if we always wanted to do the work, if we always wanted to stand up in the middle of the night and don't do any fucking thing to fix insomnia. It would be so nice to always be motivated. But the truth is different. The truth is that self-improvement just requires some sacrifices. It requires us to get out of our comfort zone and to pursue something fucking hard and painful. Working out is painful, unless you're training like a bitch. It is painful, especially if you have insomnia. You have no fucking strength. I've been working out for the past year. I mean, I've been working out for the past few years, but for the past year I've been just working out and I haven't made any progress in this year. None. I'm not any stronger. I don't think I look any better. I mean, I looked amazing before, so like it's not a big deal. But I go and train to maintain, because I don't believe that my physique will get any better. I don't believe that I will get any stronger. It's just so fucked up. And despite that, despite this discouragement, I still fucking work out. This is not nice. This is painful both for my brain and for my body. And yet I still do it. This is what self-improvement is. I know I must change something with this. And on that playground, I just knew that I must change something. Because even though I've been doing these techniques, like, I might not have been doing them well, but I've been doing them, especially sleep restriction. Even though I've been doing these techniques, I could say that, yo, I'm doing it, I'm not gonna restart. No, but I just knew that nothing improves. But just nothing improves. You must change something. Because if you don't, nothing will keep improving. Like, we all heard the definition of insanity. But I think that this phrase is so repeated, it's repeated so many times, because we as humans are just so fucking stupid. Even though I heard this phrase a million times, like I was at a store a few days ago, and there was this dude, this cashier, who had on his hand tattooed, you know what the definition of insanity is? Or something like this. And I'm like, it's so fucking popular. Even the dude behind the counter has it tattooed. And my first thought is like, oh, this is so overused. But a few seconds later, I'm like, dude, why do you think it's so overused? Because we as humans are just so fucking stupid. I kept doing the same shit. I kept doing the same techniques that I've been doing wrong, and just hoping for a different result, just crossing my fingers and, oh, this time it's gonna be different. Why would it be different? Since nothing changes. If nothing is changing, if nothing has changed, then why do you expect something else to come up as a result? Why do I? That's why this definition of insanity is just so fucking overused. Because we as humans, and especially I as a human, I'm just so fucking stupid to pursue the same shit that doesn't work out. We want to minimize pain, we want to stay in our little bubble of comfort zone. And don't try some hard things, don't try to restart over and actually lock in. Like, we really need to know when to start over. I had a few YouTube channels before that I was really attached to, because I've been waking up every day and recording for hours a day. Like, I had some entertainment channel, right? and I'd be editing these videos every day for a few hours. So this YouTube channel was my whole thing. It was just such a big part of my life. And I had some subscribers, I had some. But still, at some point I had to call it quit. At some point I realized that, first of all, you're not getting many views even though your videos are good. Second of all, you don't really have time to record these videos. And you don't have many ideas, and each video must be better and better and better. Your videos are now quite primitive, and this just won't give you anything. This is entertainment, and you won't be able to sell anything. You won't be able to really make money. And if you do, it would have to be some stupid advertisement of some CeraVe cream. Like, what the fuck? I'm just an entertainment YouTuber, and I'm promoting this shit. So I just realized that this is not the way. And even though I was so fucking attached to this YouTube thing, even though I was so attached to that YouTube channel, I just have to call it quit. I just have to know when to say that, alright, it's fine. I must switch to something else. Because this is not working out, so I must just change. I know that it's fucking hard to just leave something behind, or to change something that you've been attached to. But at some point we have to just stop and realize that, no, we must change some things. We have to switch, or we have to just call it quit. Of course, when it comes to one domain, because I quit in this and go to other. I'm not a quitter and like I'm just gonna go to a normal 9-to-5 job. But at some point we just have to realize that no, this path is not working out, so we must switch to other one. As the last thing, I want to just say that we can't do this fucking alone. We can't. If not my girlfriend, I wouldn't restart it so early. At some point I would realize that, this is just stupid. And in a few months down the line, I would realize that, dude, you have to restart this over. But if not my girlfriend, that's what would happen. So we must have some people who are, like, first of all, holding us accountable, but who are just rooting the best for us, and who will give us this advice, these words that we don't want to fucking hear. Oh, you have to start this over. And with all these memories, with all this pain back in your brain. So yeah, so I know that this path seems lonely, and that like this entrepreneurial path is very fucking lonely, because we just look at other people and they are not the same. Yesterday I was at the cinema with my boys, and some of them would be vaping, alright. So, but I'm not taking vapes from them. This is quite degenerate and I don't fucking like it. But that's fine if they are vaping, like, alright. I'm not influenced by it at all, so it's fine to just go out with them and have some fun. But yesterday I just realized that this goes beyond vaping, that these men are just fucked up. Like 2 or 3 of them were fucking high, and one of them was so fucking annoying. Like, oh, this is so good. Like, what the fuck do I have to do with this crackhead? Does he bring any value to my life? Does he? Is he somebody who would give me the truth that I need to hear and that will make my life better? Of course fucking not. So we must surround ourselves, and I must surround myself with just people who will tell me the truth that I need to hear, that will want the best for me, like my girlfriend, or like my brother. This path can't be, like, it can be done alone, but I would just come up with this so much fucking later. So whether it's like in person or online on some community, like, I really recommend you finding somebody who will help you on this path. Because if you are alone, this is not good. Like, if you wanna Like, if you want, you can get down into comments and we can hop on a Discord call and talk about life, business, and overall. Like, I can be somebody who is gonna hold you accountable. I can be somebody who is just gonna be like your partner, like somebody who will help you in this self-improvement journey, because doing this alone is fucking sad, and it's a lot harder than it could be. So I just must stop fearing the change. Must stop fearing restarting something over. This insomnia journey is gonna be hard, but that's what self-improvement is. Like, I'm either gonna do this, I'm either gonna go through this pain, or I don't do anything and my sleep is gonna be fucked up the same way that it is. Like, there is no other way than improving. There's no other way than restarting and doing it much fucking better than the first time. And even if it means that it's fucking gonna be painful, that's fine. That's self-improvement, my brother.